Hello, my name is Kirstin Seiler from the Bundeswehr University Munich. I'm happy to present you today several studies on the importance of nonverbal communication in the context of team sports. Only by watching these athletes, one can already assume their current emotions. Thus, as this media quote shows, it seems as if important emotions are transported by nonverbal channels and are interpreted by observers. In my PhD project, we wanted to test the interpersonal effects of such automatically shown nonverbal behavior. So far, several psychological theories assume that nonverbal behavior is an important tool with which already our ancestors transported signs of dominance and submissiveness. Various laboratory studies in the sport setting support these assumptions by consistently showing high effect sizes for the influences of nonverbal behavior on the respective ratings. However, so far, these studies have neglected to consider further factors besides nonverbal behavior which might be relevant during the person perception process. Further, no experimental field studies were conducted. To fill these research gaps, we tested whether the high effect sizes of nonverbal behavior on team outcome confidence decrease when additional information on players' performance is provided. In study 3, we wanted to figure out whether nonverbal behavior influences perceptions of capability and outcome expectations, as well as objective behavioral outcomes in a world sports scenario. In these studies, participants saw video footage of football players presenting themselves with dominant and submissive nonverbal behavior. After each video, participants had to rate their confidence that their team would win an upcoming game together or against the player shown in the video. In study 1, additionally to the manipulation of nonverbal behavior, participants received objective expert rating points about the performance of the player during the whole season. In study 2, internal performance information was provided by activating gender stereotypes. Results of the repeated measure ANOVAs and the comparison of the effect sizes show that the effect size of the nonverbal behavior factor remains large, independent of whether additional performance was provided and independent of whether it was internal or external. In the third study, we wanted to test whether this effect could be transferred in the field. For this aim, a football penalty shootout was conducted in which football players performed penalties against a dominant and a submissive goalkeeper. Results showed that, as hypothesized, the dominant goalkeeper is rated significantly stronger than the submissive one. However, the results on the ratings for outcome experience reveal that outcome expectations are consistently higher against goalkeeper A than against goalkeeper B, independent of the nonverbal behavior. For the objective performance measures too, no significant influence of nonverbal behavior on accuracy and speed of the penalties was shown. To summarize, according to the laboratory studies, even when additional performance information is provided, the influence of nonverbal behavior on a team's outcome confidence is large. Referring to the football penalty shootout, the study provides an important starting point for field studies focusing on the influence of nonverbal behavior on performance. From a practical perspective, in all kinds of selection processes, people should be made aware to sensitively distinguish between objective performance criteria and perceptual cues such as nonverbal behavior. So thanks a lot for your attention, and I'm looking forward to any kind of feedback via mail.